Alright y'all, buckle up because this one looks calm on the surface, but gets messy fast. 2 former roommates, 1 apartment, 1 portable AC, and a whole lot of feelings that never got aired out until now. On one side, you've got Sylvia, credit score strong, lease in her name, holding it down. On the other side, Paisley, saying, that's not what I agreed to, and standing 10 toes down on it. What starts as a simple money dispute turns into ego, miscommunication, and that awkward energy when people realize court is not the group chat. Nobody's screaming yet, but the tension is already thick. And trust me, this goes from reasonable adults to say that again, real quick.
Ladies, looks like I've got Sylvia Hammond here as my plaintiff, Paisley Farmer as the defendant. Ms. Hammond, what brings you to court today?
I'm suing my former roommate, Paisley, for $500 because she refused to pay her half of the portable AC that we agreed to share.
Alright, we're barely getting started, and Paisley already comes out swinging. Calling the story as crazy as she is right to the judge? Yeah, that's bold. You can feel the temperature shift immediately. This ain't just about money anymore, this is personal. Sylvia's trying to frame this like a simple agreement gone wrong, but Paisley's energy says she feels attacked, disrespected, maybe even played. And notice how fast insults come out when facts haven't yet. That's usually a sign emotions are leading the argument, not logic. The judge is letting it rock for now, but that tone? That sticks. Once you say something spicy in court, it doesn't disappear. So the real question is this confidence or frustration slipping out sideways?
So basically, the initial model that we were going to buy together was for $636.
Okay.
When I did go there, the model that we were supposed to purchase was sold out. So I had to get the closest to the deal we had already agreed on, which ended up being $761. We obviously needed someone to deliver and install the portable AC. I told her, and I did mention, that I'm getting a handyman to come install the unit for us. The handyman asked for $238, which I paid him, and then so the total was $1,000. And then to my shock, Paisley refused to pay her share of the total.
Okay, now we're getting into the receipts phase. Sylvia explains the price jump, the sold-out unit, the upgrade, the handyman, and you can hear her trying to justify every step. In her mind, this was all practical, necessary, logical. But here's the issue. She made executive decisions using shared money. And that's where things start cracking. Because even if the choices make sense, the communication didn't happen. She's talking like a household manager, not a roommate. And Paisley? She didn't sign up to be managed. This is that classic, I handled everything argument, which sounds responsible until the bill comes. So now the court has to decide, does initiative outweigh consent? Or did she move too fast and expect too much?
Cost of the unit.
Yes,
the cost of the inside. Go ahead and proffer that to my bailiff, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
And let's see what we got here. Thank you, sir.
Pleasure.
It is a quiet energy unit with Wi-Fi control. Okay, so it looks like this is the smartest unit on the market, $761. Okay, great. Then I see you have a payment here to the installation fee for $238. That is for the handyman. Okay, let me look at this text exchange here between the two of you. So this is saying, hey, do you want to get this AC for the living room? Looks like you say, sure, it's nice and it has multiple uses. I like it. Okay, perfect. The total is $636 before taxes. She says, okay, I'll send you $318 after it arrives.
Now, this is where the texts come in. And texts don't lie. They just embarrass people. The agreement on record was $636, split clean down the middle. No mention of upgrades. No handyman. No surprise fees. And the judge is reading this like, okay, so where did the extra stuff get approved? You can almost see Paisley relax for half a second, like, yeah, that's what I said. Because in black and white, her position makes sense. This is the danger zone for Sylvia. When expectations change, but the paper trail doesn't, the court leans toward what's documented, not what felt reasonable in the moment. So now the question is, can intent beat evidence?
This is the defendant. Why didn't you discuss this with me? I could have found someone for cheaper. $500 is not my budget. I can only do what we agreed upon, which was $318.
Yeah.
We agreed to go half, so you need to send your half, preferably by the end of the month so I can pay off my credit card. You say, absolutely not. I mean, that is why, good credit's important to her, ma'am.
Yeah.
Because that's how y'all got the apartment. I don't know what your credit score looking like. Okay. Absolutely not. I'm not about to pay for the extra cost I knew nothing about. But you could have asked, not just keep leaving me to do all the work. Well, how about that? You know, it sounds like, but for your roommate here, y'all might still just be sitting up there sweating.
Phew, this exchange right here. This is the emotional core of the case. Credit score gets brought up. Effort gets thrown in her face. That's how y'all got the apartment, is a low-key flex and a subtle jab at the same time. Sylvia's saying, I carried us. Paisley's saying, you didn't ask. And both of them are right in different ways. But court doesn't reward resentment. It rewards clarity. And once absolutely not hits the text messages, the judge sees this wasn't confusion. This was a hard stop. The energy shifts from misunderstanding to refusal. And once refusal is documented, somebody's eating a loss. The only mystery left is who eats how much.
So where did this go so badly that you ended up moving out?
I just refused to pay the extra money. I think it's just immoral.
So why is it that when you saw there was a price difference, you didn't simply text your roommate, ma'am, and simply say, hey, it is going to be a bit more, $100 more to be exact. Are you still good?
I've always been the one who's taking care of everything in the household.
Well, you had a house. I mean, that's clear to me. You'd have had a household.
That is correct.
I also reimbursed her, I just want to say.
All right.
Here comes a judge stepping in like, all right, let's get honest. This is where excuses stop working. The question isn't who worked harder, it's who communicated properly. And when a judge points out that nobody in America works for free, that's a reality check wrapped in humor. Yes, a handyman costs money. But also, yes, you still gotta inform the other person before committing them to it. This is the balance courts love to strike, accountability on both sides. One person for acting without consent, the other for benefiting from the result. So now the judge isn't choosing a villain, she's choosing a split. Is this fairness, or just the cleanest way to end the mess?
Ladies, I'm ready to make a ruling here. I do believe she's right in that when you saw there was a price difference, you owed her a duty at least to inform. That said, nobody could reasonably believe that any handyman in America is free, ma'am, okay? So therefore, I am ruling in favor of the plaintiff. You need to pay her $400. I am deducting $100, ma'am, from your claim. That's the $100 you must eat for failing to inform your roommate of the inflated cost. That is my ruling.
And there it is, the ruling. Plaintiff wins, but not clean. That $100 deduction? That's the judge saying, you messed up too. It's a financial slap on the wrist for poor communication. Sylvia gets most of her money back, but she pays a price for assuming instead of asking. Paisley avoids the full hit, but she still owes because, let's be real, she enjoyed the AC. This verdict isn't about who's right emotionally. It's about shared responsibility. The court just drew a line straight down the middle of logic and consequence. And now both sides have to live with it. But the real question is, did either of them actually learn anything? This case exposed more than a dispute. It showed how fast things fall apart when nobody communicates. One person assumed, the other resisted, and the court had to clean it up. Who do you think handled this wrong? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe if you want real courtroom moments like this every single day.